an R32 GTR. I have had a 33 GTS and that was awful. It sounds so good. So you've got me again this week with a bit of nostalgia. I've never ever owned an R32 GTR. I have had a 33 GTS and that was awful. But I've always wanted to go out in one, have a look round one, and today I am lucky enough to go out with you guys and the owner in this absolutely mint R32 GTR. So yes, I'm here with the R32 GTR. I've never been out in one. I'm getting the opportunity to today, thanks to this man, Connor. Hello there, sir. How are you?
Good, you?
Yeah, good. So how long have you owned this car?
Just under 7 years.
7 years. And what, has it always looked as clean, or have you had to do a load of work to it?
When I first got it, half the lacquer had fallen off of it and it needed bits and bobs, and I put all the Nissan aero on it to make it look a bit more GTR-y, but apart from that, not really.
Yeah, because a lot of the times I always thought, and this is just me being stupid, that these here are always meant GTS-T. So that's why I was a little bit like thrown when I first saw it. I was like, oh, I thought that was a GTS-T badge. Again, that's me being stupid. No. So don't put any blame on anyone else, that's me. But did it need welding when you got it, or was it just...
No, it's never needed welding, just literally, I think it had been sat dockside in Japan for so long that all the lacquer had come off.
What power have you got it running? Because obviously it's more of a, it's your toy, but it's not just a garage queen. You actually use this thing.
Whatever it is standard with a few bolt-ons. It's been on a couple of rolling roads, but the figures have never been
consistent.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
But with the Japanese 280 horsepower laws, you never know exactly what they should have been from the factory anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look under the bonnet. Obviously it's an RB26, but what mods have you just added on? Is it just air filter and so on and so forth?
Just the HKS hard piping kit and front mount and a Freddy inlet manifold and an oil cooler.
That is it?
That is it.
And then if you were to change it, like how easy are these to get to big power? Are they easy, or...? All I know is that you want a gearbox. That's what I've gathered so far.
My gearbox is hanging out. It's crunches in the fourth. You can make power, but it's making power and it being reliable.
Yeah, that's the thing. And most of the people that tend to buy these cars tend to want to throw just 1,000 horsepower in it and send the hell out of them. And it's very rare to find something that's near enough bone stock.
There's a bloke on YouTube called Andrew Hawkins who got them. I can't remember how high horsepower he got out of an unopened one, but he's the man to. He's like GTR Jesus on YouTube. That said
GTR Jesus. Have you been in a high horsepowered one, or
no? Never.
No. So obviously, I remember these when you could pick these cars up for around about £3,000. That's how old I am. But what did you pay for it? How much? Like, what do you think it's worth now?
I paid 15 for it in 2017. I know my dad had one and paid 6 for it in 2010.
Bloody hell!
And I've my agreed value on my insurance just said it was worth 45.
Wow, so they are starting to shoot up. And is that because of the American thing?
Yeah.
As soon as it gets into America, it just jumps up.
America couldn't have them for so long, could
Yeah.
they? And as soon as they got the 25 years old, they're allowed them without having to smash them up and stuff.
Yeah, because it's hard to find a good one that hasn't been battered or
Yeah.
used as a project and just left on the drive. So interior-wise on these, they're a bit Datsun, aren't they?
It's very minimalistic.
Yeah,
It's very Japanese.
it is. White dials, which are always nice.
I put them in.
Oh, you put them in it
Yeah.
as well?
They come with the standard black factory dials, and they're the Nismo factory option ones.
Oh, right, so they were a factory option for them.
Yeah.
You could buy them with that for the person.
I don't know if it might have been, or you could buy them afterwards and put them in. They're proper Nismo clocks.
Oh, bloody hell. And again, it's just pretty standard inside. Those standard seats.
Yeah. Lovely 80s Japanese.
Yeah, it
velour.
is. Like it's when you get in Nick's Celica as well. He had to upgrade them to them Recaro Confettis or something like
Yeah.
that. And
these hug you quite well, to be fair.
they do look well. I'm going to find out in a minute. For me, the GTRs themselves, it's got to be the back end of them which sells it. And obviously you've got the wider arch on the back as well,
And the front.
and the front. But when you're standing from here, from the front, you can't really see because, like with yours, as you can tell, because you haven't got spaces on it, it's standard. It sits in a little bit, but the rear you've got the wider tyre.
Quite tediously with a tape measure and worked out like how I could, because I haven't rolled the arches on it. I didn't want to roll the arches, so the wheels are like perfect in there without touching inside and outside.
Yeah. But so do you do much with it apart from just drive it like hard, or is it
just it's mainly just take it out and drive it like a.
Well, I think better on that note then is let's go out for a drive and see what it's actually like. Right, here's a question for you on the old audience and comments. Comment below which you would have: 32, 33 or 34. Ignore the 35 because that just isn't.
I know what I'd have.
What would you have?
A 34, then sell it, then buy a 32 and a 33.
There is that. You know what? That's probably the best answer you're going to get. Or what you do is you buy the 34, sell it, and then get one of these and something else.
Yeah.
You know what? For near enough standard power, what are they standard?
Because there were two.
280 supposedly.
Yeah, everything from Japan's 280 brake, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
That's got to be late 300s, 350.
350. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, it's just like for you. I guess this is a bit of an investment now.
Yeah.
Because you probably earn 3 times the money you bought it for on it.
I spent a little bit on it, but nowhere near the amount of money that it's made. I can thank America for that.
Yeah, well, America, yeah. It's all new to me, this JDM.
It's fast, but it's not modern day car fast.
Oh no, but the thing is, it's everything else around it. You got the sound. It's 4-wheel drive sometimes, and it hits and it goes. I think that for me, as if you want it to be able to travel to a show or an event, or you want a reliable thing, because they're reliable engines, it's ideal.
Yeah.
You don't need any more than that, I don't think. I've just never actually been in one. I owned one, but I never went out in that. So, because I was living in Spain, living the top life back then, and now I'm living the low life back in the UK. So if you were to advise someone if they were going to go and buy one, what would you say to them? Like what to look out for in them? Obviously I know the one thing about them is
rust.
Yeah.
Rust really. And probably compression test the engine, because every single one of them's been abused to fuck.
Yeah. It's because of what they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
you don't buy it to drive it like a pansy.
No.
7 years, and it feels the same.
Yeah.
It feels a bit boring to me, but obviously we've driven it and owned it for so long. It just.
Tell you what, I am going to do. I'm going to see if there's any for sale. Because you said your insurance is saying it's like.
They told me they'd agreed value it for
45 grand. So an R32 GTR. So there's one there for 51.
You got
another one for 44. Don't know what the 298 quid is. That's probably a bump stock or something.
Yeah.
36 and a half.
They're very up and down, but obviously depends on like rot and what's been done to them. And
yeah, like that one that's 51. That's the maroon coloured one, which was the colour of my 33.
Yeah.
And the mileage on it.
Jake Hill, the touring car driver's got a maroon one in the car.
Was he?
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about mileage, or if it does, I can't see it. It's probably because I've got no glasses on.
I think it's probably one of them cars where mileage, unless it's like extremely low,
Yeah.
I don't think mileage really comes into the how much it's worth.
Yeah.
If you buy one of these, you're really going to look how many, 9 times out of 10 half the stuff's been replaced anyway.
Yeah. Here we go, tunnel run.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em. Jeez, the brakes fucking work and all. Jesus Christ, I thought my neck was going to be ripped off. From a dig, like from lower,
Yeah.
going through first,
Yeah.
because it's still gripping, it's not spinning, it's just. And then the quick gear change, it's a monster, isn't it? That is better. Like when you're on a motorway and you don't get the chance that you're just accelerating out to one thing.
Yeah, now it's like.
Yeah, like that was, yeah, foot on the floor in fifth, nothing. Always the first. That sounds so fucking good. So good. What? Ah, is it a HKS dump valve as well?
Yeah.
It is.
Which I think was the worst thing I put on it.
Oh, was it?
Not through like sound, but because it recycles the air going back through the original dump valve.
Right, okay, yeah.
The engine's not happy and wants to conk out sometimes.
Right. Right, first of all, thank you. Second of all, it's actually really comfortable. And I don't feel too small for it, which is unheard of usually. Oh, the pedals are right away.
Yeah.
There you go, this is where I stall it. Oh, it's well high, isn't it? I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be alright there.
No. I think I have to adjust the master.
They just have to do. Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit of crap. Yeah, it's a whole car though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a fourth gear.
Yeah. You can go round.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to take the mick. I get a bit worried. I'll go fourth and try it and see. Oh, it keeps whipping. Oh, it's right up, doesn't it? What's it rev to?
8.
Let's have a try it. My favourite bit of road. That is cool though, isn't it? I'm not going to go any more than that. That'll be enough for me to pull it. I'll come back down this way and we'll do the other stuff, but that is cool. You know what? I'm not disappointed. I thought I'd be a bit disappointed. Not saying that because it's In my head, I thought it would be.
A lot of cars are overhyped.
I think if it was a bad one, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
Like if it was all these rattles, bangs, didn't drive nice. It was like it was bumpy. It's this, that, and the other knocking. I think that would have put it all off of me. But this one's actually been really well looked after by you.
I think if anything, it's a bit too harsh. Like where some of the bushes are a bit harder and that. But
yeah.
It's that side.
Yeah, I know the indicator's the other side, so yeah, I'll use that absolute poncy little stick there, and then there, and I'll see if I can get a gear change right this time. I did. If I had 45 grand now, I'd probably say, look, sell it me 45 grand.
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't sell it 45 grand?
It means it's quite sentimental to me because obviously
your dad
me and my dad went and bought it together, and
yeah,
like there's like bits in the engine bay we did together that are a bit like of an eyesore, but because we did them together, I don't want to change it.
Yeah. I think you have that connection with certain cars, like with
Owen. If I did take it off, I'd probably mount it on the wall because it was something we did together.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really have many of them bits, do you?
I think it's like with Owen and the Escort. The Escort is the one car I can guarantee you will never be sold because him and his dad built it. Yeah. So that is one car that would never leave. So obviously with cars that you've done with your family, and obviously sadly you lose them and stuff like that, you don't want to get rid of it. It is sentimental.
The only thing I would probably sell it for is if I found his one.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah, if I found his one, I would. I'd have to think about it because I would quite happily. I think I would quite happily get rid of this if I could have his one because that was his one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't even know if it's still alive.
Where it is.
Yeah, I know it went to either Sweden or Norway or somewhere in 2012, but apart from that, I ain't got a clue.
Bloody hell.
But it's probably dead because back then it wasn't worth a terrific amount. It's probably been all the bits been robbed off of it and been a parts car or something.
Or it's a drift car now.
Yeah, a drift car.
This, that, the other. Yeah. It's a bit of an odd one. Like if you guys see a blue, I'm going to put a picture of it up. If you see that, and because we get some people from Holland and stuff like that, if you see this car,
I've got the VIN as well. You don't mind putting that up.
Yeah, I can put that up. If you know of that Skyline, comment below, or I'd say drop us a message on Instagram so we can pass the details on.
I'd like to find
at least knowing it's alive.
Not alive and where it is or something. But even if someone doesn't want to part with it, I would still be nice to know if it was still there, around.
Or even if you spoke to the person.
Yeah, or even I know from in 2012 it got sold and went to one of the upper countries in Europe. I'm not sure exactly which one, but
well, if you do, I know it's a big ask. Yeah. It may never happen.
The only person I can ask where it went sadly isn't here. So
yeah, well, let us know. Well, there you go. I finally got the chance after many years to go out in one, and thanks to Connor, let me drive it. I was a bit pussyfooting driving it because one, they're expensive, two, it's a good one and I didn't want to break it. But would I buy one for 45 grand? Yes, he ain't going to sell it to me. I think generally I would just have one. They're an iconic car. I would probably throw more power in it because I'm a bit of a dickhead. But other than that, as a car that you can just drive around nice and have a bit of fun, it's absolutely perfect. Well done, mate. Well done. Great car. Thank you very much for watching on this occasion. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell where you can, and we'll see you in the next video.
Loading, track with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. Didn't wanna listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MC's bronze or silver. These raps here are golden.